At dawn in the heart of Pyongyang, dozens of military trucks secretly transported something coffins. I was a night shift worker at Pyongyang's second munitions factory, and I witnessed this horrifying truth firsthand. In November 2020, a ceiling collapsed at an apartment construction site, burying alive about 30 female soldiers. The regime thoroughly covered up this disaster. Shockingly, the victims weren't even properly recovered. Before being hastily sealed with concrete, families were only told it was an accident during training. At the site, uniform buttons and hair ties of the female soldiers were found. And strange sounds were heard every night. A reckless construction speed campaign took 30 lives. Yet those responsible weren't punished. Why did this tragedy have to be covered up? Do the victims' families know the truth? And how did I risk my life to testify to this truth? I was a technician at Pyongyang's second munitions factory from March 2020 to July 2023. I worked the night shift, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., maintaining factory machinery. I'm from Pyongyang. My father was a party cadre, my mother a teacher. Our decent songbun got me into Pyongyang University of Technology. I studied mechanical engineering and was assigned to the munitions factory. After graduating in 2019, night shifts were exhausting. 5 of us worked together in the dormitory. The first months were spent learning from seniors. The factory was outside the city center. I could visit home once monthly. Summer 2020 changed everything. Massive construction began across Pyongyang. The party announced 10,000 apartments in 1 year. Speed campaign, slogans appeared everywhere. Our shifts extended from 8 to 12 hours. No one could complain, it was party policy. By fall, accident rumors circulated from construction sites. People injured, some killed. But the radio only praised construction achievements. No official reports of casualties. November, early morning around 2 a.m. Vehicle sounds from the factory gate, unusual for that hour. I looked through the window. 6 military trucks entered slowly, covered with tarps. They stopped at the rear warehouse. Officers emerged. I saw a Daewoo rank among them. They removed the tarps. Wooden coffins, dozens of them, several per truck. My heart sank. Officers carefully unloaded each coffin. Even the strict company commander wiped tears. I watched silently, barely breathing. The work took an hour. After loading the warehouse, officers gathered and talked seriously. Their expressions said everything. Next morning, work continued normally. No newspaper reports, no radio news. Only economic achievements and the leaders' teachings. As if nothing happened, but I knew something terrible had occurred. The coffins haunted me. Who was inside? Why the secrecy? I had questions but no answers. I didn't know then that this night would change my life. Only in Korea, on free soil, did I understand that night showed me the truth. Pyongyang was supposed to be North Korea's best city. But, best is relative. Life was still brutal. Rations covered only 15 days monthly. The rest we bought at Jongmadang. Corn flour cost 5,000 won per kilo. My salary was 3,000 won. I survived on money from my parents. 6 people shared one 15-square-meter dormitory room. No privacy. Communal bathroom. Winter heating barely worked. Electricity came 2 to 3 hours daily. We lived mostly by candlelight. Weekly inspections checked Kim portraits for dust. One colleague got criticized for fingerprints on the glass. He wrote self-criticism. Travel permits were required even within Pyongyang. Checkpoints everywhere. Intensive inspections before holidays were worse. They searched everything for banned items. Spring 2021, a colleague was caught with a Chinese movie USB. Dragged to Boibu. Returned a month later, completely broken, silent, dead eyes. Saturday life meetings were mutual accusation sessions. Who complained, who was lazy? Trust no one. Everything required bribes. Travel permits cost 1 cigarette carton minimum. Cadres lived differently. The factory director had a Pyongyang apartment and car. Holiday gifts piled high while we starved. Party children got promotions without working. Background mattered, not ability. Free healthcare meant no medicine. Pay for injections. Surgery cost big money. No money meant death. COVID lockdown from 2021 sealed the border. Chinese goods stopped. Jongmadang prices doubled. Medicine vanished. Speed campaigns intensified. Safety ignored. A colleague lost 2 fingers to a broken machine. No hospital, no compensation. Just rest at home. Construction sites were worse. 24-hour work under lights. Frequent accidents, falls, rebar piercings. But only achievement propaganda. Building people's happiness, while people died. I grew doubtful. Was this really for the people? Why was speed more important than lives? But such thoughts meant reactionary ideology. In Korea, my first hospital visit shocked me. They just gave medicine. Health insurance covered it. Real free healthcare. North Korea taught lies. A week after that November night, Min Chul, my roommate, told me the truth. He'd heard from construction worker friends. A Pyongyang apartment site underground ceiling collapsed. Female soldiers working below. Female soldiers? I was shocked. Speed campaign mobilized everyone. Not enough male soldiers, so they used female soldiers too. At least 30 buried. No proper rescue orders came to quickly cover it up. Families told it was a training accident. The real cause hidden. Lower cadres punished, but those truly responsible stayed in position. Some sent to political prison camps. Families punished under guilt by association. February 2021, I was dispatched to that accident site. Couldn't refuse. The underground section was sealed with concrete. Construction continued on top. As if nothing happened. The site supervisor looked exhausted, spoke carefully, constantly looked around. An existing worker whispered, "Strange things happen here. Especially at night. Working near the sealed area made my chest heavy. Someone might still be down there." I found a military uniform button on the floor. Put it in my pocket silently. A week later, a woman's hair tie appeared in my toolbox. Wasn't there before, maybe from a dead female soldier. I kept it with the button to remember them. Late nights, strange sounds came. Too clear to be wind. Human voices. One night, someone called my name. No one there. I left early. March, I found red seepage through concrete cracks. Blood. I cleaned it quickly before anyone saw. Couldn't sleep that night. Were people still down there? Was rescue incomplete before they sealed it? 3 months at that site. Every night, those female soldiers' faces haunted me. Buried without proper funerals. Families lied to. I saw clearly the system valued construction speed over human lives. Responsible people unpunished. Lower cadres sacrificed. Families deceived. That's when doubt began. Was this system really for the people? The leader said, "People are heaven," but reality showed people were expendable. In Korea, my first construction site visit moved me. Everyone wore safety helmets. Safety nets everywhere. A system protecting human lives. Those female soldiers could have lived in such a place. Mid-2021, Jongmadang atmosphere changed. Border sealed by COVID, but Chinese goods still came. Expensive, but available. Bribe economy became more blatant. I frequented Tongle Street Jongmadang for rice and necessities. Donju their rich traders in good clothes, multiple phones. Most made money from China trade. One Donju owned 3 Pyongyang apartments. Ordinary people could never afford one. Everyone knew how bribing party cadres for trade permits. USB business thrived. South Korean dramas, Chinese movies 100,000 to 200,000 won each. Dangerous but high demand. Young people all watched Korean dramas. I watched once. A colleague lent me Crash Landing on You. Shocking. South Koreans lived so differently. Free to travel, eat what they wanted, say what they thought. But getting caught meant trouble. December 2021, the anti-reactionary thought and culture. Rejection law intensified. Watching South Korean content 15 years in labor camp. Distribution could mean death. Still, people watched. Inspection teams randomly searched homes. Checked computers, phones, even recovered deleted files. A colleague got caught. A drama file from 3 years ago remained. Dragged to labor camp. Bribes worked sometimes. 3,000 Chinese yuan to Boibu, about 3 million won. Rich people got released. Poor people dragged away. Construction sites too. Safety budgets allocated, but cadres embezzled it. Bought cheap equipment, pocketed the difference. That's why accidents happened. My site's team leader did this. Should buy 100 helmets, bought 50, kept the rest. Workers shared helmets. Only high-altitude workers got them. Safety belts insufficient too. Should be for all elevated workers, only 20 available. I asked for more. Team leader got angry. Where's the budget? Just be careful. April, a worker fell from the 5th floor. No safety belt, not enough to go around. Spine injured, couldn't walk. No compensation. Gave family 50 kilos of rice to shut them up. When inspectors came, everything changed. Team leader brought out all safety equipment. Wear helmets today. Don't say anything. He gave inspectors liquor and cigarettes. Construction materials disappeared. Team leader sold rebar, cement at Gyeongmadang. Building quality suffered, less cement, more sand. A 2022 completed apartment cracked within 3 months. Bathroom ceiling leaked. No one responsible. Residents paid for repairs themselves. Party cadres different. Their apartments built properly. Good materials, thorough inspections. Same construction company, but discrimination severe. Factory 2. Production numbers inflated. Actually made 70% of target, but paperwork showed 120%. Factory director lied to superiors. Got commendations. As contradictions intensified, control tightened. From 2022, phone inspections increased. Random stops to check for banned videos or photos. Gyeongmadang crackdowns harsh. Women under 40 banned from trading. Sent to factories or farms. But bribes got permits. Only the rich could trade. I grew angrier. Supposed socialism, but money was everything. Poor people ignored even in death. Rich lived well. The most unequal society called itself equal. A factory colleague said, "Youngnim, this is all because of imperialists. If they lift sanctions, we'll prosper too." I didn't answer. I knew the real reason. In Korea, my first supermarket visit amazed me. Goods overflowing. Fixed prices. No bribes needed. Ah, this is normal, I thought. North Korea was abnormal. September 2022, the event that changed my life. A factory colleague died at a construction site. Kim Chol-soo, 26 years old. Same university as me. September 15, 3 p.m. Chol-soo worked on 8th floor exterior walls. No safety belt, not enough available. The scaffold shook, he lost balance. Fell. Workers screamed. I ran over. Chol-soo lay on the ground, blood from his head. Already dead. My legs gave out. Team leader rushed over. "Keep your mouths shut. Don't tell anyone." His first words. A man died, but he only worried about his evaluation. No ambulance. Factory truck moved the body. Next day, Chol-su's family came. Mother and younger sister. Mother wailed, my son, my son." But team leader stayed cold. His own carelessness caused the accident. No compensation. Chol-su's mother protested. There were no safety belts. "Why didn't you provide them?" Team leader lied. "We had enough belts. He didn't wear it." I couldn't stay silent. "That's not true. There weren't enough belts." Team leader embezzled the budget. Before I finished, he dragged me outside. Threatened me. "Shut up. Want to be punished too?" That evening, a Boebu agent came. "Comrade, what did you say today?" Interrogation tone. I trembled but told the truth. I only said safety belts were insufficient. Got evidence? No answer. Team leader already falsified records. Without proof, watch your mouth. Spreading rumors will make things difficult for you. A week later, Chol-su's family received 100 kilos of rice. That was all. A son's life worth 100 kilos of rice. Mother didn't want to accept it. But no other choice. After that, I was monitored. Team leader marked me. Every life meeting, I was criticized. "You made statements disrupting organizational discipline." Self-criticize. Weekly routine. October, assigned only night shifts. The hardest schedule. Retaliation. Colleagues avoided me, afraid of being marked too. November, father was called by the party. "Your son caused problems. It affected father's workplace. Removed from promotion list." Father got angry. "What have you done? Will you ruin our family?" I explained. "Father, someone died. Someone must speak the truth." Father shook his head. "You fool. What's truth matter here? Survival matters." Father knew too what this system was, but believed we must comply to survive. Early December, demoted. Technician to janitor. Cleaning, carrying loads. Salary halved 1,500 won from 3,000. Min Chul approached carefully. Hyungnim, please endure. Stay quiet before worse happens. He was right, but I couldn't swallow my anger. That winter, I agonized. Couldn't live like this. I might be sacrificed like Chol Su. Or monitored forever. Hated both options. January 2023, I ran into Chol Su's mother at Jongmadang. She'd lost so much weight. Thank you for speaking truth. But the world doesn't change. Her voice full of resignation. That night, I decided. No truth or justice here. Human lives worth less than 100 kilos of rice. Didn't want to live in such a place anymore. I touched the button and hair tie in my pocket. Those 30 buried female soldiers, Chol Su, countless nameless victims. For them, I must tell the world the truth. The moment I decided to defect. Knew it was dangerous. Getting caught meant political prison camp. But better than staying silent forever. In Korea, when I told Chol Su's story, people were shocked. That really happened? Disbelief. I said, this is North Korean reality. Where human lives are cheapest. February 2023, I began preparing to defect. Needed a broker. Quietly asked around at Jongmadang. Min Chul carefully said, Hyungnim, my relative does that work. But, it's really dangerous. If caught, it's over. I said I'd already decided. Early March, met a man in his mid-40s. Pretended to drink coffee while talking quietly. Pyongyang to North Hamgyong 3,000 Chinese yuan. Crossing the border 5,000 yuan. 8 million won total. Impossible amount for me. I don't have money. The broker smiled. Payback from Korea. Earn money there. Conditions never tell family. Follow instructions exactly. Don't quit midway. Once you start, no turning back. Be prepared. His voice was cold. I agonized. Thinking of my parents broke my heart. Father already suffered because of me. My defection would bring bigger problems. Guilt by association punishment. But I couldn't turn back. Already a surveillance target. Couldn't live like this forever. Might face worse punishment someday. Better to leave now. Mid-April, visited parents one last time. Mother, I'm going on a work trip. A lie. Mother packed food. Be careful. Stay healthy. Those words almost brought tears. Father still angry. Can't you just stay quiet? But I felt his worry underneath. I couldn't answer. I'm sorry, Father. That's all I said. Leaving, I looked back. Mother stood at the door, waving. I waved too. Knew it was the last time. Might never see them again. My heart felt torn. April 28th, took the train from Pyongyang station. To Hamhung. Travel permit forged by the broker. At the checkpoint, I trembled. Boibu agent checked. Purpose of travel? Relative's wedding. Passed. 12 hours to Hamhung. Old train, frequent stops. Packed with people. I sat in a corner, looking outside. Capturing the scenery. Last view of my homeland. In Hamhung, met broker's associate. Woman in her 50s. Stay at my house 2 days. When ready, I'll send you to Chongjin. Small house but safe. Hid there for days. May 2nd dawn, departed for Chongjin. Hid in truck cargo. Squeezed between rice sacks. Hard to breathe. Heart pounded at every checkpoint. In Chongjin, met another associate. Man in his 30s. I'll guide you to Musan. You'll meet a border guide there. We traveled mountain paths. 2 days walking, only at night. Daytime, hid in forests. Only rice balls to eat. Blisters on feet, but kept walking. May 5th night, reached Musan. Saw the Tumen River. China across the river. Border guide said, we cross at midnight. Follow only me. No sounds. Final preparations. Discarded phone could be tracked. ID card too. Only kept one set of clothes and the button and hair tie in my pocket. Couldn't throw those away. While waiting, looked at North Korea one last time. Where I was born and raised. Lived 32 years. But couldn't stay anymore. Where speaking truth meant punishment. Where human lives were worthless. Midnight approached. Guide signaled, let's go. Follow quietly. I took a deep breath. No turning back now. The Tumen River lay ahead. Water sounds in darkness. Would be cold. But I wasn't scared. Rather, felt calm. finally heading toward freedom. Looking back from Korea, that was my life's turning point. Lost everything, but gained the chance to gain everything. Sorry to my parents, but no regrets. If I hadn't left then, I wouldn't be who I am now. May 5, 2023, midnight. Standing before the Tumen River. Though the water looked freezing. Guide whispered, guard shift change now. Must cross. Finish in 15 minutes. Carefully descended to the riverbank. Through grass to the water's edge. 3 others besides the guide. All defectors. One woman kept trembling. Remove shoes. Must carry them across. Guide's order. I took off shoes, held them. Barefoot on cold earth. Heart racing. Let's go. Absolutely no sounds. Watch only me. Guide entered the river first. I followed. The moment my feet touched water, my whole body shuddered. Water truly cold. Like ice. But northern river water still winter. Rose to my knees. Each step, body stiffening. Midway across suddenly light appeared. From North Korea side. Flashlight beam. Border guards. Get down. Guide urgently said. Laid flat in water. Face submerged. Held breath. Cold water entered my nose. But couldn't move. If caught, could be shot. The beam swept the river. Moving slowly. Coming toward me. Heart about to burst. Please pass by. I prayed silently. Maybe a minute passed? Light moved away. Guards passed. Get up, quickly. Guide whispered. I raised my head from water. Coughed out water. Must move faster. They might return. Guide urged. My whole body trembled but kept walking. Water reached my waist. Ground slippery. Then scream from behind. The woman slipped. Fell into water. Help me. Her cry split the night air. Guide rushed back. Pulled woman up. But too late. Gunfire. Someone shouted. Gunshots from North Korea side. Run. Now. Guide yelled. I started running through water. Water splashing. More gunshots. Bullets skimmed the water surface. Terror gripped my entire body. Thought I might die, but couldn't stop. Only looked forward and ran. China side getting closer. Finally reached the opposite bank. China. I collapsed on the ground. Out of breath. Whole body soaked, cold and shaking. But alive. Get up. Still dangerous here. Must move quickly. Guide urged. I staggered up. Looked back. Across the Tumen River, North Korean land. Everything I had was there. Parents, friends, my home. But became a place I could never return to. Tears came but I held them back. No time to cry now. A truck waited. We climbed into the cargo bed. Covered with tarp. Truck departed. In the shaking vehicle, I nearly lost consciousness. Too cold. 4 hours to Yeonji. Arrived around 5 a.m. Korean Chinese house. An ajumma gave warm water. Change clothes. You'll catch cold. Her words choked me up. Hid in that house for a week. Chinese police frequently conducted raids. If caught, forced repatriation to North Korea. I stayed quiet. Mid-May, met a South Korean missionary. Man in his 40s. Want to go to Korea? He asked. Yes, I answered. I'll help you. With missionary's help, got forged passport. Chinese identity. Use this to fly to Thailand. Go to Korean embassy there. The plan. Early June, boarded a plane. First time in my life. Flying in the sky was amazing. But kept eyes closed from tension. Scared of being caught. Arrived in Bangkok. Took taxi to Korean embassy. I'm from North Korea. Please help me, I said at the reception desk. Staff looked surprised. Please wait. Staff made a phone call. 30 minutes later, a consul came out. Come inside. That's how I received embassy protection. 2 days later, boarded a flight to Korea. Legally this time. Looking out the window, tears came. Finally going to the land of freedom. 1 month since crossing the Tumen River. The memory of landing at Incheon Airport will stay with me forever. The moment my feet touched ground, my knees buckled. I survived. That was my only thought. June 15, 2023, met NIS officers at Incheon Airport. You did well. You're safe now. Hearing that, my tension released. I'd really reached Korean soil. Drove to an investigation facility near Seoul. The building was cleaner than expected. You'll undergo some investigation here. Don't worry. Staff said. Private room with bed, desk, bathroom. Much better than North Korean dormitory. Window showed the outside. A free world spread out. Next morning, first investigation began. Investigator looked late 30s. Relax and speak honestly. Kind tone. I felt less tense. Why did you defect? First question. I started with the construction site accident. November 2020 female soldier burial incident, the coffins I witnessed, and Kim Chol-su's death. Told everything. Investigator took notes while listening. How long at Pyongyang's second munitions factory? March 2020 to April 2023. About 3 years 1 month. Your responsibilities? Machine maintenance. Night shift. When exactly were you dispatched to the construction site? February to May 2021. Pyongyang apartment construction site. What specifically did you witness there? I explained the concrete sealed underground space, the uniform button and hair tie I found, the strange sounds every night. Investigator listened seriously. Very important testimony. Greatly helps understanding North Korean construction site realities. I heard you brought items. Investigator said. I took out the button and hair tie from my pocket. Found these at that site. Presumably from a female soldier who died in the accident. Investigator carefully received them. Shall I keep them? No, I want to keep them. To not forget those people. Investigator nodded. Investigation took about 2 weeks. Detailed questions about North Korean life, defection route, China stay. Family relationships too. Your father was a party cadre? Yes, but affected because of my problems. No way to contact family. Actually, contact would endanger them more. Investigator said. I knew, but it hurt. After investigation, moved to Hanawan in Ansung, Gyeonggi Province. You'll receive 3 months of Korean society adaptation education here. Staff explained. First day at Hanawan, dining hall shocked me. So much food, various side dishes, unlimited rice. Unimaginable in North Korea. First time? Eat slowly. You can get more if you run out. Someone next to me said. Woman in her 40s from North Hamgyong, former Jongmadang merchant. Learned much in 3 months. Korean language education taught South Korean vocabulary. Learned computer, smartphone, internet usage. Getting my first phone was amazing. Job training too. Given your technician background, suggest getting construction-related certification. Counselor advised. I recommend construction safety engineer. Psychological counseling was hardest. Talking about North Korean experiences, suppressed emotions burst out. When Chol-soo died, I really couldn't do anything. I said crying. Counselor held my hand. Must have been very hard. But you're in a safe place now. Take time to heal. Those warm words made me cry more. Democracy education too. Learned about voting, freedom of expression, human rights. Here you can freely express thoughts. Don't be afraid. Instructor said. Most moving was worker rights education. You have the right to work in a safe environment. Can refuse dangerous work. Industrial accidents get compensation. Rights those who died in North Korea should have had. Early September, completed Hanawan. Received settlement support. Use this money for rent and living. Employment support continues. Staff explained. Got a small studio in Gwanak-gu, Seoul. About 15 square meters. But entirely my space. Being able to lock the door and be alone felt wonderful. Started studying for construction safety engineer. Studied 10 hours daily at the library. Technical terms were difficult but didn't give up. Thinking of those sacrificed in North Korea gave me strength. December, passed the certification. Seeing the results, tears came. I did it, I muttered alone. That night ordered chicken for a small celebration. January 2024, joined a small construction company. As safety manager, first day at the site moved me. Everyone wore safety helmets, safety nets installed. Human lives are most important. Safety over productivity, boss said at a meeting. Words impossible to hear in North Korea. This is a normal society, I thought. Now I'm a team leader. Teaching juniors, I always emphasize, safety rules protect lives. Never neglect them. Words based on my experience. Every night I take out the button and hair tie from the drawer. To remember those sacrificed in North Korea. Since I'm living the freedom they couldn't, I must live more meaningfully. Korea is truly a free country. Can say what you want, go where you want. Work safely, get fair compensation. A place where human lives are respected. Completely different from North Korea. There, humans were lighter than a sack of rice. Here, each person is precious. This is a country truly for the people. Never regretted defecting. Though my heart aches for my parents, my choice was right. Because testifying to the truth here and remembering the victims is my role. In this place where I can freely dream, I live each day with gratitude.